Have enough? Okay. Can you hear me now? See? Read out from my mic, so hopefully it's working. Okay. For some reason, OBS forgot about my mic, so I had to remind it that there's indeed a mic plug. Okay. Hello, everyone. I've come to save you from your schoolwork. That's what I'm here for. Procrastination. I will always give good reason for procrastinate. Why do today what you can do tomorrow or never? Yeah, procrastinate. Also, hello, welcome in everyone. Thank you again for the raid, Nina. Hope stream was well. I guess that I was like already there for the whole bit of it. But thanks always for the raid. I appreciate it. Let's start back into Zelda and see if we can. Oh, hi, Kelsey. Howdy. One day I'll figure out how to get it so I can click out of this window without the game freezing. I saw you were streaming Minecraft earlier as well, Kelsey. How was that? I was stuck at work at the time, so I didn't get to stop by and say hi, but I got the notification and everything. What about this music? How was it? It's fun? Good. Good. I think you're also streaming again later tonight, too, right? More Final Fantasy? I'm a little annoyed that it put me back at the house, because we were at the top of Death Mountain before, and I had plans on stuff to do around there. The game appears to have put me back down here, so that's... We gotta make our way all the way back up. I'm also very tired. I just woke up from a nap not too long ago. It's been a long week. How's everyone's else week been going? Hopefully better than mine. It's just been busy and stressful and cruddy. Yeah, at least it's almost over. How are you all doing? You too, Tommy? Schoolwork and stuff? I'm guessing? I kinda miss being in college, to be honest. I had a good time. I'm going back at some point. Hopefully next year, but... How has the school life been treating you other than being a parent? Whatever it is that you do, that you are never quite clear on. Okay, the rocks are still gone. Man of many talents and responsibilities. Why didn't you jump down? Many talents and responsibilities. Jump, dude! I feel that. I feel that. I need to jump, sir. Sometimes it's just... You do too many things, and it's just better to describe yourself as... Thank you. Someone who does a bunch of stuff. Tough and time-consuming? Good? Yeah. You're doing... I'm gonna guess a master? I knew at one point... roughly what the super weight was or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Green's flashing. That's not good. TM? Oh, no. What's going on? Game, what are you doing? Oh, that's not great. Pausing it? Okay, pausing it seems to have fixed it. I don't know what was going on there. Not a good sight for flashing stuff. Not good. Okay. At least it got. I don't know what was going on there, but at least it got fixed. Navi's still a chicken. That's right. Remember that. A bunch of stuff I was struggling to do up here. I'm trying to remember everything as I'm going. It's been a week full of stuff, meetings, planning new meetings. I gotta schedule practice presentation for next week for a promotion. I gotta do the actual presentation later than that. Gotta practice, schedule stuff with interns, and it's been not fun. There's too much stuff to do. But thankfully, tomorrow's Friday. I work from home on Friday, which means I get to sleep in on Friday. No one works on Friday. Literally nobody works on Friday. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, very busy. Thankfully, once September rolls around and the fiscal year ends, things start getting dramatically less busy. I love the period of like, November, December. Kind of reminding me of Little Richard. Never heard of Little Richard? There's a famous puppy. You're here to hear first, folks. Yeah, right. Nobody works on a Friday. Everyone logs in their hours as if they're working on a Friday, but no one responds to emails or goes to meetings. And frankly, I don't blame you. But once November, December rolls around, everyone takes vacation, no one does anything. It's a really nice time period. So I'm looking forward to that. That's obviously this mother killed me last time, I remember. Oh my god, I got Lizalfos rupees. Sure. So I'm looking forward to that. As for streaming stuff, I have way less time than that. As for streaming stuff, I'm hopefully planning on doing something tomorrow. Want to do some Genshin summer events. Yeah, the boomerang isn't my only weapon. We spent the whole last stream looking for something. Well, I have the bomb juice, I guess. Which are chickens as well. But outside of that, those are my only two offensive items. And frankly, the only two items I have that isn't the stick. I have 10 magic beans. I don't know where I got that, actually. That's news to me. I don't know where I got beans. 2 sticks, boomerang, bomb chews. This is kind of useless. And, no sword. And we only found the boomerang at the very, very end of last stream. So the boomerang is a brand new thing, too. What do the beans do? You plant them in a specific spot, and then water them, and then they... I think I checked this guy right. And then they turn into a magic bean sprout that will basically serve as a platform that... Okay, I did not get the berry bow, I got 1 rupee. I just paid 70 rupees for 1 rupee. They turn into a platform that takes you to a new area. Usually it's to get a new item. I am going to do that. So, they can be helpful if they can take you to an area that's helpful. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure you need a bottle to water them for them to grow. And I don't have a bottle, so they don't do anything right now. But it's good to know that I have them, I guess. I did not know that I had them, and I don't know where I got them. Okay, this should be, I think, a fairy fountain? Nope, it's a statue. Alright, that was useless. Death Mountain was a bunch of nothing. Gotta drop in the soul, otherwise I'm gonna die. They're... It kind of reasonable to forget about them. It's kind of reasonable to forget about them. They are very, very optional. I think there's only one spot in the game where they're semi-required, but you can kind of very easily work your way around that. And then outside of that, they're entirely just for like art pieces and stuff. So they don't contribute much unless you're doing like completion. And yeah, that was Sheik's theme. Down in the volcano, that was... Sheik's theme. That plays, I think, every time you beat it. Which is fitting, because you do learn a song down there. But, I forgot about the chickens, too, guys. Yeah. It's fitting, but I can't go down to where... I can't go deep enough into the volcano to learn the song, or whatever the song was replaced with. Oh. Okay, I completed enough... I killed enough Skulltulas to get this guy. Let's not let Gandalf get the Triforce. I will protect... Okay, so some random dude will protect the Ocarina of Time. While I go find the other spiritual stones. What did you have? Okay, cool. Yeah, the Bolero of Fire. One of my favorite Ocarina songs. I think that and the Minuet of Force are my favorites. But of course it's randomized, so it wouldn't be... The Bolero of Fire would be something completely random. It's a bird. Yeah! I don't think I'm gonna randomize text next time. Because it's making it a little trickier than it needs to be. So I can't tell what anything is saying, and the hint stones aren't hints anymore. It's funny this time, but I would like to have the hint stones work rather than spit out randomized nonsense. Because it's kind of the whole point of them, is to give you a guidance of like, hey, there's an item here maybe, and then you go there and see what the item might be. Or it'll tell you, don't go here, this is a waste of time. Navi is also a chicken. My bombs are a chicken. Everything except for chickens are chickens in this game. The chickens are... We don't talk about what the chickens are, but... They're not chickens, that's for sure. Ooh, Zelda's Lullaby, playing it on an instrument? I always wanted to play an instrument. What instruments do you play? I'm pretty sure you have a piano in your room, right? Or a keyboard in your room somewhere, right? I think I remember seeing that or me mentioning it. What other instruments do you play? I always wanted to play an instrument. Yeah, this is a fairy fountain. Very menacing fairy fountain. We have the boomerang, so we can pick up something. Played the flutes. Ooh, the flute's a good one. I like the flute. The porter, okay. Piano for school, but not amazing. You had to learn piano for school? It like required you to? Tofi! Hi, Tofi! Well, let me shout out Miss Tofi as well. 100 alfalfas. Yeah, that's not a thing yet, but when it is... Actually, that's a good name for them. I'll call them alfalfas. How are you doing, Tofi? It's good to see you here. Kofi music. What is it? Kofi music. Okay. Oh no. OBS is being weird. It did not like me. It did not like me tabbing out the chat. Hold on. There we go. Music major. Oh, for like college you had to learn. Okay, that makes sense. I thought you were talking about like high school or something. I'm like, what kind of school makes you learn an instrument, a specific instrument? Hi, Kofi. Of course. I'm glad to see you here. It's really nice to see you. Lurk away. And I appreciate all the support and encouragement you've given me. It's really meant a lot. So I'm happy to see you here. And for everyone who doesn't know, Kofi is a very, very, very talented composer. She does VTubing. She does art. She does everything. She does gaming, but she doesn't like it when I mention it. Go check her out. She's frankly good at just about everything I've ever seen her do. And it's kind of crazy. She's also very, very kind, very, very supportive. We love Kofi in this house. You deserve it, Kofi. You deserve good things. I hope you're doing well, though, Kofi. You did piano tests in choir class in high school, too? Really? I have, like, no context to how that kind of stuff works. In, what is this? It's a green rupee. Fantastic. Because I have a lot of band friends. I helped a lot with the jazz band and all that stuff in college, but I never actually played an instrument. So, most of my exposure is just me helping, like, set stages and drive people around to performance venues and all that. But as for actually practicing and like classes and all that, I have no context to say. Also, no Utopia. No you. But I did try to learn keyboard at one point. I borrowed a friend's keyboard. Unfortunately, I decided to do this during the busiest year of college of my life. Don't do what I did during junior year of college. Which is take not just a full course load. I'm just walking in circles at this point. Not just a full course load, but then like taking a couple grad classes. I also audited, I think, 3 or 4 classes. Well, I think it was about 5 total, actually. I think it was 3 first semester and 2 second semester. As well as preparing for a grad research project. And for some reason decided to try and also do... First of all, I tried to learn keyboard during that year as well. And that's also the year that I first started trying to stream. Back when I tried to stream for a hot minute. Back in the, like, 2016, 2017, whatever time it was. All at once. Which is to say, I had no free time, and I was stressed out all the time. And I was tired all the time. And, I don't remember much of that year, to be honest. It was a very, very stressful time. I learned a lot, but it was a very stressful time. Don't try to do all those things in the same year. Pace it out a little bit. A little bit. Also, don't try to audit organic chemistry. For those of you people who are into science, organic chemistry is a dense enough subject as it is. Don't try to audit it on top of your course load. Again, I learned a lot, but it was a very foolish mistake. It was such a time sink. But it's an interesting subject. At least I'll give it that. I'm not particularly into organic chemistry, but it was good to learn. What does auditing do? So auditing a course in college is basically taking a course but without credit, which sounds like something you shouldn't do, but for Alpha back in college, who was frankly crazy, uh, there is a limit to the number of courses you can take in a semester, and your counselor usually won't let you take more than that. But if you want to learn other things, you can ask a professor to audit a course. So it's basically like, hey, I want to take this course, but like I can't fit it in my schedule, so can I sit in on lectures, have access to the materials, follow along, and all that stuff? And it's just in the end, you're not actually graded for anything, because, I mean, they can grade you, but nothing is official because you can't take it for credit. So it's taking a course for everything but credit, basically. Which I honestly would recommend if you have free time and you're interested in a subject but don't want to like formally take it. Professors are more than willing to let you sit in on a class and, you know, have access to the materials and what have you, even if you're not officially enrolled. I've never had a problem with that. Professors are usually, frankly, quite thrilled that you're interested enough in the subject to do that. Just don't overdo it. Don't overcommit your time like I did. It's not, yeah, it's not something that most people think to do. Because, like, why would you, like, just take the course and get credit? Um, so if you can take the course, you probably should. But if you're ever curious about a subject, surprisingly enough, you absolutely can do that. As I said, professors are very, very thrilled to hear people who want to do that. In my case, I had to audit a few courses because of it was a prerequisite as well for my thesis advisor for senior year, who wanted me to take certain courses, but like I wasn't officially able to because I was an undergrad. So auditing the courses was kind of like the workaround. Yeah. Senior year was a lot. It was a lot calmer. Let's just say that. Still was a lot, but it wasn't quite taking almost 2 full years of classes all at once. Levels of nonsense. I have beans. I think you need to water beans, right? I believe there's a beans spot around here. Yeah. And then I need to water it. For it to grow? Yeah. And I don't have a bottle, correct? Okay. Well, I was hoping Death Mountain would have some more items. It certainly did not. So now we're back on the hunt for holes in the earth to roll into. Because I'm kind of running out of ideas of places to go. At least we have bomb shoes this time, so that means we can blow open holes and blow rocks up. So we have at least that going for us. And the boomerang will help us pick stuff up from distance. We can reach new objects. We can reach new items. It's just, can we find... Is there a chance that something is blocked behind an inaccessible area? So... that's the interesting part about randomizers. There are a bunch of settings you can tweak. I've already been here. And the randomizers are actually work in such a way that there are a set of settings that you can do to make sure that that doesn't happen. There is what's called logic and no logic in a randomizer. And these peahats are attacking me from very far away. Logic in a randomizer basically means that the distribution of randomized items is logicked out in a way such that you can always complete the run. You can always win, basically. You might not get every item, but there's nothing locked behind There's no item that's locked behind something where you can't access it unless you have an item that you can't get without another item or something like that. There's no weird shenanigans happening where it's not possible to proceed any further. Um, and then you can turn off logic, which basically means everything is randomized completely. Good luck. It's possible that you can't even win because of how things are randomized. This is I put logic on for this run, and I don't think I will for a very long time turn off logic if I ever keep doing these, because it requires a very, very, very in-depth knowledge of the game, and usually involves a lot of glitches and like speedrun exploits in order to overcome any potential randomizer shenanigans. So my controller's dying, so that's probably why I'm running in a straight line. So this is logic. This is a logic randomizer, so it in theory is beatable. Okay, there we go. Control it. Also, there is a setting up for what's called glitch or no glitch, which basically means glitch settings on a randomizer means that the randomizer will randomize things, but it will also take into account common or well-known like speedrun or skip glitches or like exploits and all that. So it might make things, it might randomize things in a way that's seemingly impossible, but if you know certain glitches, it's still possible. And no glitch obviously means that it's randomized in such a way that any player who doesn't know or utilize any glitches can still beat it. So this is a no glitch logic randomizer. So in theory, it should be beatable without the use of any glitches and without any randomizer shenanigans locking me out of progress. I checked froze, hold on. Hi, Bacon! Yes, I am a streamer. With a little 12 feet point. Welcome in, Bacon. How are you doing? Oh, and thanks for the follow. Oh my goodness. OBS, what are you doing? I think my window just got resized. No? Is it good? Nope, it got resized. Ah, there we go. Relaxing for the night? Good. It's almost Friday. It's been a long week. Trying to walk around in circles and playing Zelda. Glad to hear you're relaxing, though. Good to see you, too. Forgot where I was going. Or, I suppose, correction, I never really knew where I was going, because I'm kind of out of ideas. Trying to find sculpture lists, maybe? Can I do any minigame? Speedrunning stuff? No. Not yet. I do play this game a lot, but I don't speedrun it or anything. This is a randomizer run. So all the items, and in this case text and sound effects and music, are randomized. Not the enemies. I thought I randomized enemies. Turns out I didn't. Maybe next time. So right now I'm kind of just running around trying to see what items I can find with the items I currently have. Yeah, I ran. Currently, the items I have are not many. The 3 things you see in my inventory are basically it. I have beans, bombs, and a boomerang. I have no sword. I have sticks, I guess. I know technically you can use the sticks as a weapon. But outside of that, I'm really just kind of looking for something that can help me progress at least a little bit. Boomerang was a very recent acquirement. I think I was down here already. Oh yeah, and the chickens make saucy noises, so don't mind them. I did not choose that, they chose that life for themselves. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I love Ocarina of Time. It's my favorite game. I played it back when I was, I'd say 2 or 3? Before I could even read. It was the first game I ever played. First game I ever beat. I play it all the time. I play it every year on my birthday. I'm doing a randomizer specifically because I play it so much that I wanted to make a run a little more interesting. Don't judge the chickens. I will judge the chickens' life choices. Thank you very much. The chickens. They could have chosen any sound effect in the world to go with, but they chose that. They chose the one that's awkward. Yeah, I love this one. It's my first time doing a randomizer, though. So, not bad, I think. I'm not particularly... Okay. I'm not particularly skilled at knowing where all the items... all the, like, random items are. I know where, like, the key stuff is. But having to think on the fly to... There we go. Having to think on the fly to... Having to think on the... I keep getting distracted. Having to think on the fly to get access to new areas with, like, a very limited set of items like I currently have. Still getting used to that. Oh. I thought I knew this game better than I did. But when you're faced with the sudden, you know, reality of... You know where a bunch of things are, but you don't have the items to get them, so now you have to figure out how to get to certain places with beans and a boomerang. Takes a bit of creativity sometimes. I think that I have another option of something I can do now. I was going to talk to Bean Man. See what Bean Man says. Oh, that's all. Last time I talked to Bean Man and bought something from him, I believe it was just a green rupee. I don't think it's always going to be a green rupee, but feel free to point and laugh if I pay this man again and he gives me another green rupee. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Okay, well I can't buy anything from you there. Hi, sorry. Hello. Am I winning? Not really. Not at all, honestly. I am very stuck. And I was stuck last time. Stuck this time. And I've just been running around in circles. Let me give you a shout out. Yeah. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. I hope so too. I hope so too. I found the boomerang last time, which was really helpful in theory. But so far, all it's helped me get is a green rupee. Not particularly helpful. And at least in theory, it's helpful. Let's check out the long run here. I think I did the chicken minigame. Trying to think of places I haven't checked. Wait. Okay, I need the ocarina. If I have an ocarina, I can talk to Malin at night and get the song. I'm pretty sure I checked back there. If I could just get something like a sword or... Really, the sword is the most helpful thing right now. Because then I could get into the Deku tree, and there's a bunch of items there that would be... Or a bunch of potential items there. Oh, hi, Plano! Wow, I'm seeing lots of faces today. How are you doing, Bueno? Good to see all these people. Watch me run around in circles trying to find a single item only for it to be a green rupee. Don't get the expectations up. I have not found anything particularly useful in the past, however long it's been. The music's also randomized too, in case you hadn't noticed. The definitive Zelda experience? I sincerely hope not. This is a randomizer run, so all the items are shuffled. It's a struggle looking for things at this point. Okay, this door is selling Deku sticks. The King of Hyrule is the real bad guy, I guess? I mean... You like Ganondorf, so maybe there's an argument to be made. Wait, is this a door? These are doors, okay. One of these is a treasure chest, and it's only at night, I think. Or is it during the day? Oh, this isn't it. So, last stream I played this was basically... It really does conjure like a primal nature of danger incoming, doesn't it? Soundtrack is good. But alas, there are no Lizalfos in Hyrule Town currently. Even though there are some people who will probably talk as if they are evil. Text is also random now. It is just a farce. I think I'm going to walk around till night and try that treasure chest game. I think I can access it. I think that's the pass it down. Because that's at least something that I can do. But yeah, what I was saying, last stream was basically running around for 2 or 3 hours just to get the boomerang at the very end, and frankly, not much else. Surprisingly, very little was found that stream, and perhaps unsurprisingly, very little has been found this stream so far. The randomizer has not been very kind this time. I've seen quite a few randomizer runs in my day. I've never actually played them before, but I've seen at least a few. Kinda not doing well on the luck as far as the distribution of items. Almost everything I've found so far has been a green rupee or a Skulltula token. Which, as you probably know, are not very helpful for beating the game. Eventually I will run out of Skulltula tokens and green rupees though, right? Eventually stuff has to start being items. Like the sword. I would like the sword at some point. Still don't have that. All I got is the shield. Which I was very lucky that the shop actually sold, so... At least I was able to get that. Oh, ouch. I forgot the gate closes. Well, that was my bad. Pacifist run? Lack of sword? Yeah. I would really like... The pacifist run is not by choice. Not by choice. I just simply have not found a soul. I can use the bombs. But bomb chews are also pretty hard to find sometimes. So I'm kind of reserving them. They're kind of a very important item for progress. So they're very precious at this point. Although... Vultulas, on the other hand, if I can find them, they can drop anything. So, they're always a good thing to find. Although I think I've cleared out most of Kakariko Skulltulas already. There might be one more on that house way in the back. I don't think I've got one. But that might be an Atolgo. Oh. Yeah, but none up here. I think I checked all of the graves. That's hard. Not bad. I think I checked all the graves in the graveyard. I'm gonna double check though. There's a redead in one of the under one of the graves that I haven't killed yet. That I think drops an item when you kill it. I don't know if I can hurt it with bomb chews, because frankly I've never tried, because why would you when you have the sword? But let's give it a shot. I know the boomerang doesn't hurt it. I don't know if this is the right grave. Don't think it is. Yeah, fuck off. But at this point, any treasure chest that exists in the world that I can get to is a potential victory. Because they can all contain just about anything. I actually really like the Redead designs, to be honest. They're terrifying, yes. But I always like them as enemies. They're always so... I don't know, I'm always fascinated by the designs they take. They're nightmares, but they're also one of my favorites. Yeah, Wind Waker. The Wind Waker Redead. Their scream is particularly terrifying in my opinion. I don't know why. I find the Wind Waker ones to be way scarier. Maybe it's just like... Maybe it's just how more realistic and terrifying the scream is. The, like, exaggerated nature of them. I find them to be way scary. Yeah, this guy, okay. Let's see if we can kill him with bomb chews. Nope. Bomb chews go right through him. And... Boomerang does nothing either. Okay, perfect. Okay, can't do anything there. Yes. Those are my only items, unfortunately. Let's plant the beam now. Inspired, have to go with Redeads. I think... Yeah, I have Aurora's Wind. Dang it. That's right, you can't hurt them with the fire, huh? Fortunately, I don't have that either. Anything that can help with the Redeads? Odds are I don't have it. Although I think... If you do the Sun Song, you can paralyze them. Which makes them a lot easier to deal with. Fortunately, I also don't have the Ocarina. But I do know where the Ocarina is. That's nice, though. I know where the Ocarina is. I just can't get it currently. Yeah, the RNG really just... The RNG really wants me to have rupees, Skulltula tokens, and wants almost everything to sound like a chicken. In case you hadn't noticed, Navi's sounds have been randomized to be a chicken. So she is now a chicken. Bomb chews are also chickens. And a few other things I think are chicken. For some reason, a lot of sounds have been randomized to chicken. Oh, no, hi, Huck. Hi, Amy. Top's being crazy. So hopefully it's still working. How's the stream going? It's going about as good as it did last time, which is to say, I have found Bupkis and Nada. Aside from, I found a Sculpture token and another green rupee. Has been the trend of this run. Those two items being everywhere. Yes, not your chicken. I think I checked everything. So, let's check. I think there are still some stuff in Dongo's Cavern I can check. I think there's still a few areas that I haven't been able to get. Did not make that jump? Oh, that's fine. Stun song. Yeah. At least the Dongo's Cavern is also Cheek's theme? I didn't realize that. Or I don't think I remembered that, but at least it's nice music for Evil Dungeon. You're on mobile now? Rip. Twitch mobile is always a fascinating experience. To put it kindly. These guys are a pain. Dodge him. Okay. Oh, and the battle music is also very nice too. Battle music is apparently Zora's domain music. So, the shops and Hyrule Castle Town, very threatening. Boss music, very calming. Baby Dodongos, they're really only in this one area, this game at least. And, they're surprisingly strong. They have killed me many times already. Because, I don't know if I mentioned this, but, I put on double damage as well. For reasons that I later regretted. Okay. That's right, that's what this is. Speaking of Lizalfos, forgot that this was the Lizalfos room. Maybe I can... Nope, okay. Can I do this? Is this gonna work? Please hurt them? Please hurt them? Nope, okay, I missed. If I can at least kill them somehow... I'm no weenie, but I do regret that decision. Particularly when you don't have a weapon to fight with. Maybe double damage. We're gonna use the stick. Okay, well there goes the stick. I'm gonna save the stick. We don't back down from the fight, except for fights that we can't win, which is this. So, yeah, no sword. We still have not found the sword. It's been like 5 hours and I have no sword. You know what? I can't win this fight, but I'm gonna deny them the victory. You didn't win. They didn't win. I'll take myself out. Deny them the victory. That's called spite, kids. And it's a primary motivator. You can't kill me if I kill me. Exactly. Exactly. Although I did lose my shield out of that, so I don't know if that was particularly worth it, but you know what? It's the spite victory, and the spite... the fact that they didn't win is all I really... Yep, I got no shield either now. Although, thankfully, I do know where to get a shield. Thankfully, I think the not the Hyrule Castle Town, because for some reason they don't sell them. The Kokiri Forest shop sells a shield. Or to be correct, to be more accurate to this run, the Kokiri Forest shop sells what's called Mweep, which in this game is the shield. You'll see. Do shields get dropped on death when it's a normal run? No. The reason why I lost the shield was because it was a wooden shield, and I died by throwing myself into a pit of lava, so it caught on fire and burned away. Which is why I wouldn't have lost the shield if I let the Lizalfos kill me. The fact that I jumped in the lava to deny them the victory is actually what took away the shield. But, you know what? It was worth it. We roll with it. We can always buy another shield. Really? Dude. That is bad timing. Yeah, okay. For the morale, to deny them the victory, and to say that they didn't kill me, I will sacrifice my shield. So that I can buy another one. Also, considering how often this game has given me rupees instead of actual items, rupees are not really much of a concern. Exactly, it was to send a message. Also, yeah, the shops, also very threatening. They are Ganondorf's theme. And, so yeah, when I select the Kokiri shield, weep. So I'll take one week, please. And it claims it's a Goron mask, but it is in fact a shield. This will disappear if you take too long, so you gotta hurry. I can't, so there's nothing else that I can afford. I don't have a big enough wallet to afford anything else there. I got the week. Okay, so we got a shield again. Look at that. No harm, no foul. I just gotta remember not to go back in there, because I cannot currently win, because I don't have a weapon. So, we are in the unfortunate part of this cursed randomizer run, where I have checked most every major area I can think of, and I'm really just kind of looking for holes in the ground and rocks to blow up, because those are the only things I can think of that I might have missed. Unless I can get the ocarina, which is over here, actually. It's actually at the bottom of the pond way over here. Oh, I can't get it because I can't dive deep enough, currently. But it is... You can see it, the fairy ocarina is right there. It's just out of reach, unfortunately. I don't see... Is there anything else down there that I might need? Oh, yes, Navi, you are a chicken. I don't think I can boomerang it, but that's actually why I'm here. I'm gonna see if I can. I don't think you can. But it's worth a shot. I don't think I got it. Don't think it moved. Because these are... What happened is, freestanding rupees, so rupees that just, like, sit out in the overworld, those are also randomized. So, like, at the bottom of this pool is normally just a bunch of rupees. And that's why some of them got randomized to random items, like the heart piece and the ocarina. I don't think you can always boomerang freestanding rupees. Especially stuff at like the bottom of the pond. I think these are just stuck here until you can actually... Yeah, I think these are just stuck here until you can actually pick them up by diving into them. Wait, hold on a second. Am I wrong on that? That's the beans. Did it move? Oh wait, I can! It moved! I can boomerang. That I might have moved it to a place where it'll be harder to get than before, but at least it moved. Aim down. Inverted controls, please. Okay. We can... That's not what I meant to do, my bad. If we can get the ocarina... We have the Song of Time. Where did it go this time? I can move it. I don't know if I can pull it out of it. But I'm gonna keep trying. For a little bit more. I'm fishing with the boomerang. This is what we've been downgraded to. This is what we have to resort to. Oh. Hey! Oh, so close. It was almost there. I don't know if you saw it, but it was like directly in front of me. We can pull it out of the water. This is doable. Australian tradition, yeah. Something like that. Fishing with the boomerang? Who'd have thunk it? I think... If I back up a little bit... Yes, there it is. Got it! The silver platform honestly probably would help. I think what I really needed was just a little bit of space in front of me, which the platform would have done. Because I think what was happening was I was picking it up, but because I was standing right at the edge, it was dropping right in front of me, and then just falling back underwater. But we got the ocarina! So, now we have the Song of Time? I think it's the only song we have. Okay. I'm trying to think of where I can immediately... Unfortunately, Zelda's Lullaby would have been a little more convenient. Because that opens up a lot of things. But the ocarina will certainly help. Not this way. Slippery winch. I've always wanted to get one of those, like, ooh, harpies. One of those, deck box, okay. Those, model ocarinas that they sell, that are, like, replications of the Ocarina of Time ocarinas. I remember seeing ads for them out, in, I think it was Nintendo Power, back in the day. I always wanted my own ocarina. I was also a big fan of the flute when I was a kid. Even though I didn't know how to play it, I liked the flute. And the ocarina's kind of like a flute. Of course. Yeah, Nintendo Power. I still have all my issues lying around somewhere. I have a huge stack of Nintendo Power. From way, way back in the day. I found the fairy bow. Let me guess, another sculpture that took. I got the sword! Okay. The sword was just here the whole time. Wow. Suddenly made a ton of progress. Thanks to Random Hole in the Ground and Deku Shrub, who just happened to have the sword. Yeah, it's turning around! Your library had Nintendo Power? Yeah, that's an awesome library. That's actually really cool. I don't think I've been to my local library, but I don't think they've ever had anything like that. But we got the sword now, which means we can do so many things. So many. Alpha M Pod. Oh, I can't wait for that handy. I can't wait for that day. You look like you're getting more comfortable in your role as adventurer. I think Princess Zelda's waiting for you to visit her again. You already have the Goron's Ruby. Dude, what is this boy talking about? You found a small key for the Spirit Temple. You already have enough keys. They say that a fairy lives on top of Death Mountain. If you want to make it to the top, you'd better take a big shield with you. Alright, sir. I don't know what you're on, but... have a good day, I guess. We can get more sticks, too! Sticks! Buy them once in a while from the grocery store growing up. Yeah, I actually had I had a subscription in Nintendo Power for many, many, many years. So I would get them in the mail. That's how I would get all of my gaming news from magazines. Remember back in the day where you got all of your, like, gaming or hobby news from magazines and stores? Back before the internet was quite as big? I feel old saying it. But, it was certainly a time. I remember back in the earlier days of, like, games. Well, I say this as if I was actually there for them, but, like, okay, sir. But, like, back in the earlier days of stuff like IGN and stuff like that, there was, like, cheat codes and tips and tricks sections, but they were not vetted for accuracy. So I remember reading, I think it was Smash Brothers Melee had a bunch of articles on how to unlock new characters, and like someone was like, you can unlock Green Day in Smash Brothers by leaving your GameCube in your house all day while it plays Green Day in the background and stuff like that. That stuff just stayed up on the site for a very long time because no one checked or did any editing or stuff like that. Yeah, the Nintendo was fun in retrospect. You can unlock Sonic and Melee, yeah, stuff like that. That might have been a bad idea to make that fall, but that's okay. We got a boomerang. Nintendo Gateway System? I don't think so. That doesn't sound like it. And the Great Deku Tree. This was... So back when I first played this game, I can't knock that down, so unfortunately I got two. How do you... On these controllers... Nintendo consoles you paid per hour to play, but they also had them in airplanes. That sounds... I don't think I've ever experienced that. I think the closest thing I could think of were like when they had Nintendo 64s in the McDonald's play places. If anyone remembers those days. But I don't think I've heard of that. That's pretty cool. Let me see. Is that option turned off or something? I think I'm stuck in that I can't knock the ladder down. So if you don't mind, I'm going to just turn this off for a second. I'm gonna have to actually restart the game. Because, whoops, I can't knock that ladder back down. So, 1 second. It's okay, this happens sometimes. Just... close it 1 second and restart it back up. That way it'll put me right back at, I think, Kokiri. There we go. Okay, it would've put me inside the deck. Even better, actually. So, that's something that I could have seen coming. That happens. I've seen that happen to a lot of people where they just get stuck there and have to reset. Thankfully, it's no big deal. It won't end the run or anything. It just, you gotta restart the game. And what did I find there? Whatever I found there was not helpful. Hopefully we can find some more interesting things in here. We don't have the slingshot, so I don't think we can beat Goma. I don't think the boomerang works against Goma. I think you need the slingshot. I'll try. Or Deku Nuts. You can use Deku Nuts against Goma. That's true. So, you know, we don't need the slingshot. We don't need it yet. We can still make progress without it, given that I have Deku Nuts, which I think... Yeah, I have 15 Deku Nuts. Okay, we're good. We're good. We don't need any items to beat the Deku. Okay, well, that was... Take them off. What did I say? This... Okay, well... This dungeon specifically, I remember because when I was a kid, like 2 or 3 years old, I got stuck here because I did not know to drop down from the top to break the web at the bottom. Because I was like a little kid, I couldn't quite grasp that, like, you know, you would get momentum to break the web at the bottom. So I never made it past this dungeon until I was like a few years older and really kind of like understand that. Also, I probably would have gotten stuck at the 2-3-1 puzzle where you have to like read the dialogue of the Deku Scrubs where they tell you the order to knock out the brothers in. Because I couldn't read back then. I was a little tiny baby. So I probably would have gotten stuck there. The existence of Deku Nuts. What did I just pick up? Implies the existence of Deku Nut Butter. I would 100% buy a tub of Deku Nut Butter. I would absolutely eat the heck out of some Deku Nut Butter. That sounds awesome. Deku Nutella. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Nutella, to be honest. It's okay. Amy, don't eat Deku Scrubs. They're sentient. They feel pain. Sure, they might scam you, like a couple have scammed me already. But every now and then you get the Deku Nut who sells you a Kokiri sword for 20 rupees. Oh, I did not make that. Also, you play as a Deku Scrub in Majora's Mask. That's like almost cannibalism? Actual cannibalism? Yeah, wait, it's not a good look. Yes, Navi, you are a chicken. Majora's Mask. So, the cool thing that you can actually do, it's not a randomizer specific thing, but like you can do with the totally legit quote-unquote hardware that I'm using, quote-unquote. Totally not emulation, no, don't listen Twitch, this is totally legit Nintendo 64. Is they have mods that actually stitch together both Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time into like one game. So you go into that. Oh my god, the slingshot's right there. What is it doing there? Well, it's a good thing I fell and had to go back up. You go into the Happy Mask shop in Hyrule Castle Town in this game, and it will actually teleport you to the clock tower in Majora's Mask, and you can go back and forth. And some people will do randomizers of both Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask at the same time, with the goal of beating both games, where the items in one game can be shuffled into the other game, and you might have to go back and forth between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So, like, you might find, like, the Kokiri sword, but you might find the Majora's Mask sword first. So you would have Noah's sword in Ocarina of Time, and then you could go into Majora's Mask and you'd have the sword. Or you can actually make it so that items that the two games share in common, there's only one copy of. So, though, if you find the sword in one game, you find the sword in both games, or you might have to find them in either game. So, there's lots of fun stuff like that you can do. That is not a small key force from the Forest Temple. Thank you for listening. I'm not doing that this time because I think just Ocarina of Time is enough for a first randomizer run. But it's really cool that you can. It's really cool that people patched both games together, and it kind of makes me wish that there were like an official version of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask that are like a 2-in-1 package like that. That would be super cool. Amy, I'm gonna need you to send me pictures of those kittens. You can't just tell me that you have kittens doing cute kitten things and not send me pictures. I expect you to pay your taxes. Pay your kitten tax, please. Thank you. Otherwise, the cat IRS will come after you. We will audit you. And we will get those cat pictures. Whether you do it voluntarily or not. I will. Yeah, please send. All things says, please do send pictures. I want to see those kittens. I love them. This is going actually really well. Ever since we got. I'm not gonna dive into it. Thank you. We made a lot of progress actually, which thank goodness, because boy howdy, was last stream rather rough. But now we can actually start. I think I just got paid in taxes. Yes. Oh, I think I messed up. Bueno, you were also one of those people who just loved talking about like Majora's Mask and lore and like all the different interpretations of all the different characters, different regions, and all that? Because if so, you and me, we would have gotten more. I love doing that too. I would not shut up about Zelda in general. It's my favorite game series, but I had so many things to say about Majora's Mask. Bueno, my people. You are my people. I remember almost writing a paper one time in high school on Ben Brown. Oh, it's been a long time since I've heard that one. That brings back. Well, but I love this series so much. Zelda's always been my favorite game series. I would not shut up about them as a kid. I would always play. That was my most played series as a kid. I played all of the games, except for the CDI ones. I've beaten all but Zelda 2 and Oracle of Seasons, and I've 100%ed all the ones I've played. Love series. Shut up about it. So I love seeing more people who have such a fondness for the series, especially of like the older Nintendo 64 games. I love when people share that fondness. That's not Ocarina of Time because whenever we rented an N64 when we were little, my older sibling would play and I would watch. Wind Waker too. Wind Waker also is a really good memory. I might do some Wind Waker stuff too in the future. Whenever I'm done with some. I have a few plans of things I want to play, but Wind Waker is absolutely on the list to revisit. I haven't played that game since way back in the GameCube days. Even though I own those. I own the HD version and never actually played it. Because Wii U. Hopefully they'll port it to Switch someday. That's not bad. Yeah, Wind Waker's also another. Important time. I also have fond memories of playing Wind Waker with my sister growing up. I am very bad at times. Where we would just like sit in front of the TV playing GameCube and playing Wind Waker throughout the night. I am terrible. Totally bad. And then Twilight Princess when that came out on the Wii. And getting a Wii on Christmas and playing Twilight Princess for the first time. I have, like, nothing but the fondest memories of pretty much every Zelda game I've ever played. I don't think I've ever had a bad experience playing a Zelda game. And if anything, they're just... Excuse me? Is that the... That's the Kokiri sword? Nope, it's a fake Kokiri sword. I forgot that happens. So yeah, you can sometimes get fake items that will just freeze you instead. I guess I should have seen that coming, considering the fact that I already had the sword, but I forgot that freezing thing. I forgot that was a thing. I got iced. I really liked Twilight Princess, but did a lot of backtracking, and I hated doing the bug thing. Yeah, the Tears of Light, or whatever they were called. Right, the hitboxes. It's a little above? Yeah, it's a little above. I'm really glad that for the HD version of Twilight Princess, they toned that down. Kind of like they toned down the Triforce Hunt in Waker. And B in Skyward Sword. I'm glad that they fixed some, I don't know if I want to say fixed, but toned down some of the more annoying parts of those games. Because, yeah, the bug hunts was a little much. I think they cut them down by, like, maybe like a third of the bugs you have to find are removed. So it's just faster. Something like that. I think I want to revisit that. Basically, anytime someone mentions Zelda, I will basically list off every Zelda game and be like, yeah, I want to play that. Because I just always want to play all of them. Because there's just so much nostalgia and good memories. Just about every one of these. But I always want to revisit all of them. We're starting with Ocarina of Time because it is my absolute favorite of them. What got me into playing video games? Little Alpha would wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning to wake my dad up to start up the Nintendo 64 because I didn't know how to boot it up myself. To the point where, at one point, my dad had set up with the rule where I had to wait until 6 a.m. to wake him up to play Nintendo 64. Because I kept waking up at like the crack of dawn to play more Zelda. So at one point he said, you know, whenever you wake up, wait until 6 a.m. then you can wake me up to play Zelda. And I would wake up 4 or 5 in the morning and just stare at the clock and wait. Wait until I could run around in the Deku Tree and not make any progress, but I had a fun time doing it. Dad getting woken up at 6 a.m. To be fair, he introduced me to the game, so I like to think that he bears some responsibility for that. We also had a modded Nintendo 64 growing up, which I did not realize. again, being like 2 or 3 years old at the time, until much later. I did not know that the Nintendo 64 actually took cartridges as its way of playing games, because ours took discs. And no, this was not like the disc add-on for the Nintendo 64. It was like literally hard modded so that you would just load in a disc with a ton of ROMs on it and just select from a list of the games you wanted to play. Yeah, we had a modded Nintendo 64 and like a stack of discs that had like a bunch of games on each disc, and you would load the disc in to like a bootleg, to like a bootleg disc drive that was strapped to it. It was really cool in hindsight. Again, when I first played Nintendo 64, I did not know that that was like a mod or like anything like that. But in hindsight, it was really cool. I kind of wish we still had it. I don't think we have it anymore. But I kind of wish we still did, so we could dig it up and I could piece together just how he did it. And this is the title screen music. Slingshot, please? Please? We also had a 64 DD. I think we did own a 64 DD at one point, but didn't actually use it. Back in the day, my dad and I used to collect like retro consoles and stuff like that. So we had a version of most any console that existed, including the Japanese stuff. Most all that stuff got sold a long time ago, unfortunately. But back in the day, I'm pretty sure we did have a 64 DD. It's not how our Nintendo 64 was modded, but the way it was modded was very similar. It's quite possible that he took inspiration from the 64 DD for the modding, and I got a green rupee. That's all that for a green rupee. You don't think you have the disc for the Game Boy player? Ooh. Now that you mention it, I don't think I have the disc for mine either. I have one too, and I don't know where the disc is. And it's quite possible that I also have it. But the Game Boy player was really cool. I got so much usage out of that thing. I do not had a Game Boy. It was just so cool to play Game Boy on the big screen, you know? So many cool little add-ons that Nintendo had for their consoles back in the day. What'd I get? I got... Well, that's not a fish, but I got, I think, the big Goron sword? Just caught, it's so fresh, you can keep it in a bottle. Link, you okay, man? Game Boy cards for Nintendo consoles were so good. Yeah! I never actually got any of those. Which I kind of wish I did, because you're right, they were so cool. And looking back at them now, that's just such a cool concept. And just being able to play like those classic SNES games or NES games on the Game Boy sounds so cool. I mean, they kind of have that now with like Virtual Console, 3DS RIP, 3DS eShop, but there was just something special about, like, being a kid and getting, you know, like, classic Zelda on your Game Boy and just getting lost in it, you know? Because, boy, would you get lost in the original Zelda. That's another one of those ones where I took the time to actually, like, 100% that game, and boy, howdy, doing that without a guide is not easy. I did use a guide. To be honest, because at some point, some of the things you have to find are just very important. RIP 3DS eShop. The 3DS was such a good console. I say that as if I don't still play it. I do play it sometimes, but without the eShop, it's kind of kind of feels... It feels like... I don't want to say a dead console, but you know what I mean. Like, you can't... You can download things that you already bought, but without being able to, like, browse the eShop and see, like, new virtual console stuff or new... Like, those little fun little digital games you can get for cheap. Doesn't quite feel the same. I want my 3DS to have a Type-C port for the card. You know, you just made me realize that the 3DS does not have a Type-C port. And that's something that looks kind of... You're right, it doesn't have a Type-C port. It has some sort of... I think for weird proprietary Nintendo thing that kinda looks like one, but isn't, right? If I'm remembering correctly? A USB-C port for charging would be so much better. You never bought Project Mirage for 3DS that you wanted for years? That's like... Those are always like the horror stories for when they shut down the shop. It's like, oh, I meant to buy something, but I never did. And then you realize you can't anymore. It's so disheartening. Ow. I mean, I think you could probably still, like, quote-unquote, totally legit hardware your way into still playing it, but... the regret's always there, you know? Analog to make the 3DS clone that plays all DS games? Is that a thing? Or is that going to be a thing? I don't think I heard of that. To be fair, I haven't really followed up on 3DS emulation in a very long time. I can fight. Because, you know, I still have my 3DS, so I don't emulate it, but it's getting to that point where, yeah, looking into emulation of things so you can still play them or play games that you didn't buy back in the day. It's starting to become like an actual thing you have to consider. Same thing with the Wii U. Although it wasn't Nintendo's greatest console, I still have fond memories of that little thing. Is there a way to use a capture card to stream 3DS games? So, yes and no so far as I know you can physically mod a 3DS so that you can capture it. I don't know if there's any emulation. If you're not hearing this, Twitch, don't listen. For 3DS that's particularly viable. I think there is, but I haven't followed up on that soon enough to like be able to name you if there is one. But yeah, like Bacon's saying, I think, as far as I know, the main way to do that is you need to actually like have a physical 3DS, and then to actually physically mod it to link it up to your computer. And if anyone knows of a 3DS emulator, don't wink wink nudge nudge, let me know about it. This stream is not sponsored by this Twitch. Don't listen to this stream. We're playing on totally legit hardware. Horseback archery range. Skilled players are welcome. Current record 0 points. Let's make a deal. I found that every one of these Deku shrubs tells me I found a fairy bow. Never a fairy bow. But I found Blue Flame, which is named Quinrova Kotake. Ganondorf's surrogate mother, sorceress of ice. She seems vulnerable to high temperature. Okay. I believe you. Yes! I do have a Soro. And we would love to stream I almost said Assassin's Creed New Leaf. Animal Crossing New Leaf. I miss New Leaf so much. Like, New Horizons was great, but something about New Leaf was... New Leaf and Wild World, the DS one. Something about the DS one, the Animal Crossing games, just hit different, man. I miss those games, too. Assassin's Creed. I don't know why. So I read AC, and for some reason, even though I played far more Animal Crossing than Assassin's Creed, the first thing my brain says is Assassin's Creed. I don't know. But yeah, we did get the sword. We actually got a lot of things, all in a pretty fast succession. We got the ocarina. I knew where the ocarina was from last stream, and now that I had the boomerang, we went boomerang fishing, and sure enough, I was able to get the ocarina. And then, like, not 2 screens away, we found a Deku Shrub who was selling a sword. So then we were able to clear Deku Tree. The slingshot was coincidentally also in the Deku Tree, which is fitting. And beating the boss got us a single green rupee, which is cool, I guess. And now that we have all these items, we can actually like start making real progress. Got a lot of things suddenly lined up, and now we're actually able to make real, genuine progress in it. So that's nice. Especially the sword. Gotta get those rupees, right? Oh. There we go. Don't want to get hit by these guys, but I'll do that. Whoop. The 3DS was region locked. I believe it was. I don't think it was until the Nintendo Switch that region locks were removed from Nintendo consoles. That being said, I do think it's a good idea if you want to get more life out of your 3DS to eventually get it modded. You could probably find a decently cheap used 3DS or something to like use as like a streaming 3DS. That's kind of what I would recommend if you can find a nice deal on one. Because like I get it. I wouldn't want to. My 3DS holds a lot of precious memories. I wouldn't want to. Almost lost my shield there. I wouldn't want to send it to someone and have it physically modded myself either, because you know it's precious to me, you know. So that's what I would personally recommend. Try to find like a cheaper used one and have that be like a streaming 3DS and have that one get modded. Game Boys and the OG Nintendo DS weren't region. Were they not? I'm not one who buys a lot of, or many at all, games from other regions. Because I'm the kind of person who, if I do that, I will totally legit hardware my way into them. That being said, I didn't know that. The DSi was region. I know the DSi was region. I actually ran into that. Just wasn't aware that the DS wasn't. Or Game Boy. I knew that. I learned. Jump Ultimate Stars. I never actually played that game, but it was definitely a game that was always on the radar. That's one where it was like a bunch of Shonen Jump characters in like a fighting game, right? If I'm remembering correctly, what game that was? What? Do I need to go? I think I need to. That was the game? Okay. Ah! Didn't mean to throw it! Of course, now's the time I run out of bomb juice. Yeah, I do. Or... let's open this up and see what's in here. Helpful. Well, actually, not unhelpful. There we go. Hey, and speak of the devil, there are bomb fuse. Like, use little box representing characters for limited space for supporting characters. Characters take up a lot of space. What? There was like a limit to how you use your characters? I don't think I knew that. I want to beat people up as Yugimoto. Truer words have never been spoken. Live your dream, Celts. Live your dream. Go cosplay as Yugimoto. Start beating people up. It's what the king of games would want. Because frankly, that man had no mercy. Too tall to cosplay Yugimoto? Not with that attitude. Oh, we found a song! They say that the ice cavern is on the way of the hero. Oh, wait. So, this is... okay. So, when you randomize, you have the option to turn on hint stones. So, the gossip stones will give you hints that are phrased in such a way to not give away specific things, but to give you kind of nudge you into certain directions. Or, ooh, Dark Magician Girl. Ooh, I'd love to see that. What was I saying? So they're in a way to nudge you in either nudge you in a certain direction or to tell you not to go in a certain direction because there's nothing useful there. Because the dialogue is randomized, the gossip stones don't give you those hints, they just give you random dialogue. But it appears that the hints are still in the pool of dialogue that exists, so they can be randomized to other places. So the line right here, they say that the ice cavern is on the way of the hero. This is a hint line. If you talk to a gossip stone without randomized text, they would tell you something like this. So the hints do exist, they just aren't given by the gossip stones, I guess. And what the way of the hero means is, what I think it means is, it means that there's a key item you need to beat the game. So, Random Skulltula just told me that the ice cavern has a key item, so I need to go to the ice cavern at some point. So I guess it's good to know that the dialogue for the hints still exist in game, even if they're not where you would expect to find them. They're still there, so you do still get the hints. Sure enough, there we go. You have to go to the ice cavern at some point. They'll also tell you, I think the phrasing is like, is a worthless... Oh, I didn't... Thank you for the follow, Bueno. I for some reason, my alerts aren't going off, and I just noticed. Thank you for the follow, Bueno. It's been like an hour. I'm sorry, I didn't notice, but thank you for the follow. I guess I'll have to fix the alerts, because I did not see them. But appreciate it. But I think the phrasing is like, is a foolish endeavor. If they're telling you not to go to an area, so like, if the ice cavern doesn't have any key items, it would say like, they say that the ice cavern, visiting the ice cavern is a foolish endeavor, or something like that. So, hints still exist. We can still get hints. We just don't know where they're gonna be. I don't think I can get that sculpture yet. That's either a queen or a scarecrow scorpion. What we can do, I think if we aim at this guy, we can at least see what item it is. So the hints are actually helpful and around. Yes. The hints are there so that if you do get lost, you have something to point you in the right direction. Which might have sounded very... Oh, it's just a blue rupee. Okay, we're good. Which sounds very helpful and would have been very helpful to me had I not randomized the dialogue and made it so that I don't know where the hints are. But in a normal playthrough, if you don't... Well, normal quote-unquote, still randomized. If you don't randomize the dialogue, the Gossip Stones will always give you a hint like that. So if you get stuck, you can talk to one and they'll say, you know, hey, this area has a key item. Or you don't go to this area, it doesn't have an item that's helpful. They don't tell you where anything is, of course. They just tell you what is and is not worth your... Oh, there goes my shield. They just tell you what is and is not worth your time. Again, not very helpful in a run where the dialogue is randomized, so you don't know where the hints are. There is a fork of the previous 3DS emulator. That's right, there was a 3DS emulator. I remember it was in the news recently, wasn't it? Was that the one that was in the news? Or was it just related to the one? Either way, that does ring bells. So, I'm not condoning the use of emulators. I'm just saying that Bacon appears to have found a fork for an emulator to totally stay away from. Stay away from any 3DS emulators and play on only the most legitimate of hardware. Especially when you're streaming on Twitch.tv. What's an emulator? I don't know either. Exactly. It's a mystery. We play only on the most legitimate of Nintendo 64s. Ow. I got hit by the most slow-moving spikes known to man. In my defense, I have bought this game like a dozen times. They're bad and they will make me Miyamoto cry. Don't make me Miyamoto cry. You wouldn't want to see that, would you? Yes, that's right, Bacon. That's right. It was the Switch emulator. And then they had a 3DS emulator. That's right, that's where I went. Okay. Thank you. You loaned out your 3DS copy of Ocarina of Time and never got it back? Wait, no, that's a friggin' tragedy, dude. We all bought physical copies. Again, in my defense, I can grab my physical copy of Ocarina of Time 3D right now. It is like on the shelf directly next to me. I have bought this game like a dozen times. And I will buy it again. Because I love this game. And I am playing a totally legit bought version of the game. Yes. Alright. Pokemon Emerald? Y'all are losing some like landmark games. You gotta be more protective. Those games are worth gold. Randomly found a physical copy of Ocarina of Time for the 3DS in my drawer. Totally forgot you bought. That's an amazing find. That would make my week if I found something like that and didn't remember that I had bought it. Awesome. Let's start playing it right away. But I don't have a clue. When Emerald was still in the stores. I have so many stories of like going to the store and thinking about buying a game when I was a kid and being like, nah, or picking up something else. I wish I had a shield. And then in retrospect being like, that game was in stores and I didn't buy it? What was I, crazy? So, moral of the story being, if you see a game in stores that you want, and you want to buy it, you buy it. Especially if it's a Nintendo game, because Lord knows those things get hard to find and super valuable super fast. Yeah, they still sell games in stores. I don't think I bought a game in a store for a long time because online stores exist. But yeah, they do still sell them. You may not have noticed, but I've been watching you. You dove 5 meters just now. Still not deep enough. Okay, and whatever you say about. Wonder if my uncle sold a copy of F-Zero SNES. I hope not. F-Zero on the SNES? Are you kidding me? That game is awesome. They need to bring back F-Zero. They really do. 5-meter lava dive is impressive. I will grant Link that. I don't think most people will make it 5 meters deep into lava. I don't think anybody should try, to be honest, but you know, you do you. Oh, you brought a Poe today. Very interesting. This is a big Poe. I'll buy it for 50 rupees. On top of that, I'll put 100 points on your card. If you earn 1,000 points, you'll be a happy man. Alright. Let's... Heihachi could, the Terminator can't, we learned that. What's his name from Resident Evil? Wesker? Turns out Wesker cannot. Heihachi, built different. Also Heihachi, character whose name I can never read without initially reading it as Hibachi. I still do it. Almost said Hibachi today. It looks like Hibachi. Makes me want hibachi steak. Or hibachi... Hibachi veggies. Hibachi grilled veggies are so good. There's a Japanese place not too far away from me. And they have hibachi grilled veggies. That are just like a side for all of their meals. And it's like the most delicious thing. No matter what you get hibachi grilled veggies. It is just... It is just so good. The onion volcano. I wish they were that fancy. You make your own onion volcano. You do get hibachi grilled onions. You probably get enough to make a volcano. But unfortunately, it's a BYOV. Bring your own volcano. Well, that's gonna fall. You never heard of an onion volcano, Tofi? Oh, Tofi needs to see an onion. Unlike the little hibachi grills. Yeah. They stack them up and then they make like steam come out of them with a little bit of oil on the grill. And then sometimes they'll tap their little spatula on the grill and make like choo-choo noises and push the onion volcano along like it's a little train with a little smokestack. I love that. Like a little onion train. This is how we discover that Tofi is a pyromaniac. It would not surprise me. It would. I got nothing else to add to that. Honestly, it just would not surprise me. That being said, I'd assume she's careful enough to not burn down the forest. Topi, what did you say? What happened there? Plant, what did you do? That's the first time I've seen that. From Topi of all people. You think you know a plant? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Whew! I thought it was something much worse than that. I guess links are blocked, but I'm glad it was because it thought it detected a link and not because Topi's throwing the game over the time. We all know Topi do be gaming. Alright, Kelsey. Take care. I have a feeling I know what you're heading out for. Well, good luck and have fun. I'll catch you in a bit. Kelsey also streams, by the way. Just letting you know, she streams Final Fantasy games and occasionally Kingdom Hearts and other stuff, but right now it's Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. Totally shameless plug. I think after all this time, the rejects on Twitch would recognize the no space with the period isn't always the URL. Yeah, you'd think, but yeah. Twitch just sees a period in between two characters and assumes it's a URL automatically. Oh yeah, and the Minecraft SMP. Minecraft roleplay. Ah. Well, I am now out of bomb juice. I just accidentally burned 2. Randomly. So, hopefully we find more, because I kind of needed those. That's unfortunate. Welcome back, David. Oh, bomb juice? Nope, no bomb juice. Bomb juice? Nope, no bomb juice. Alright. That's not bomb juice either. I gotta need bomb juice again. Yeah! Oh, that's right, you weren't here for that. So, to recap, if you remember from last time, I saw the ocarina at the bottom of that pool. So, turns out we could actually get the ocarina with the boomerang. So, we got the ocarina that way. And then, a few screens over, also in the Lost Forest, there was a rock that had a cave underneath it. And sure enough, one of those Deku Scrubs in that cave was selling the Kokiri sword. It does reach that far. And it also picks up the things at the bottom of the pool. You have to be a little bit careful because of where they drop, otherwise they'll just drop at the bottom of the pool again, which is something I learned. But yes, it does reach that far. Got the ocarina that way. Deku Scrub was selling the Kokiri sword. And then we got something else. And then shortly thereafter, we got the Big Goron sword in place of where you would normally get the Fairy Ocarina. I got a bottle with some blue fire randomly. We completed the Deku tree as well, which is where the slingshot was. Goma only dropped a green rupee, so not great there, but we did get the slingshot, so still worth it. And, now we can do most of the Dongo's Cavern, if we can just get bomb juice against them. Saria Pack, yeah, she had the Big Goron sword. I don't know what she was doing with that thing, but, of all things, she was the one who was packing heat. And we got... Actually, we got a song, but I didn't check what song. I think it was... Oh, we got Zelda's Lullaby. We got a song a long time ago, and I never bothered to check out what it was, and I should have, because that's the most important song right now. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. So actually, now that I have Zelda's Lullaby, I'm gonna hightail it out of here until I get more bomb shoes. Or a bomb bag. Something. But done just about everything I can here until I blow up that final one. Which I ran out of bomb shoes, so I can't do that. But Zelda's Lullaby means we can talk to Darunia. I think, right? We can get into Zora's domain. We can get into that one grave in Kakariko Village. I think those are the main things that we can do now that we have. So let's start with Darunia. I'm gonna check a few more things, and then I think I'm gonna call it for now. It's getting a little late, and I do need to enter something. Oh, that's right, I forgot I randomized the ocarina music, the instrument too. I do have sticks. Yeah. So I'm hoping to get bomb flowers, or bombs, sometime soon. I don't think this guy gives me anything. I want you to have this ocarina. Please take good care of it. Okay. He doesn't give me anything yet. So, we're gonna do Zora's domain. We'll do a quick check of Zora's domain, and then I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. Made significantly more progress this time around than last. Way more progress. It was still about an hour of running around in circles, but, you know, we actually found items for once and can actually do things. So we have momentum, finally. Momentum. Imagine that, finding items in a Zelda game that actually help you aren't just sculpturally tokens. What a novel concept. Alright, I'll hydrate. And stretch. Yeah. Thank you for the pseudo redeem, Stofi. I actually do like I like the idea of calling the points off alphas. I actually think I'll do that. I like that. It's a cute name. Becky, you want to play some rando? Well, now that we actually, you know, it's a lot more tempting to play randomizer when you are watching a run that goes somewhere. Which we finally are making progress. It's so nice to actually, you know, find items and be like, I can do things. Yeah, I'm taking this chicken with me. Boomerang, honestly, yeah, the boomerang, finding the boomerang at the end of the last stream was a godsend. Although, ironically, the boomerang, like, the biggest thing that got us progress was finding the sword, which we didn't actually need the boomerang to do. We just needed bombs, but I don't think I would have gone back to that spot of the forest if I didn't have the boomerang. And if I didn't go back to that spot in the forest, I probably would not have found that one rock. So. And it, like, indirectly, Boomerang was an MVP as well. Rabanchi. And also directly too. Because it has helped us get the Ocarina, which is huge. Cool. No, it's this one. I don't have to go to Gerudo Valley to... I gotta go to Gerudo Valley to get to Lake Hylia, but Zora's Domain is just over here. I should probably pick another shield at some point too. Yeah, I'll do that later. Okay. We can actually... Okay, so... Last thing we'll do for this stream is... We'll check out Zora's Domain, but we should be in a place to... Next time, immediately start Jabu Jabu? Because I have a bottle now. So that just means I need to find a fish. And actually, now that I say that, the fish are also randomized, so... Who knows what happens when you pick up a fish? I don't know. But if we find a fish, we can do Jabu Jabu as well, because we have the boomerang. Which is... The boomerang and the slingshot, so we have the things we need to beat Jabu Jabu. Already. Bottle is huge. Yes. We can also water the bean sprouts and get some magical flowers out of them next time. That does require giving up the blue flame, which might be an issue in the future. But that's a problem for future Alpha to solve. And right now, present Alpha does not care about the problems of future Alpha. Problem for that guy to figure out. Hey, Earl! This is not Elden Ring. This is, in my opinion, I was gonna say harder, but yeah, I don't know about that. Welcome in, Earl. Nice to see you. Play the Nocturne of Shadow. That is not the Nocturne of Shadow. I don't play Final Fantasy XIV, Earl. I play Grand Blue, which is enough of an MMO for me in my life. If I play Final Fantasy XIV, I will never see the light of day again. Although I have been tempted. But I do like me some Final Fantasy. Yes, Amy, this is Fortnite. Gotta do the flops. I can't do that. It's not illegal, I guess. Hey, pretend like I'm doing the Fortnite. Okay, well I can buy bugs. Bugs are helpful, kind of. I don't want to borrow the bundle. Okay. Yeah, the shops are very threatening. I hope that the fish stay fish, but we'll see what the fish are. Yes, bugs are good for Skulltulas. If you put them in the spots where you plant the magic beans, a Skulltula pops up. I get the feeling someone's trying to sell me something. Guy hiding behind a rock. God, what's going on? Well, classic SpongeBob was so good, man. I want to rewatch some of those older SpongeBob episodes. They were so fun. think that's it. Yeah. Okay. What did we get? Also, the totally legit hardware. You can kind of see that there's some like weird seams showing through some of the world geometry. At one point, I found a seam that you can kind of like see through the world on. That's just a sign of the old hardware. Trust me. So many memorable SpongeBob phrases became a part of my daily vocabulary. What a great childhood we had. Yeah, honestly, are you taking good care of my ocarina? Expansion pack item? Honestly, SpongeBob has the old, like, classic SpongeBob has so many good quotable lines in it. So good. Chocolate! Krusty Krab Pizza episode. The marching band episode. Awesome. That show was so good. Back in elementary school, if you bought breakfast, or if you got breakfast, you have to buy it if you had to meal programs. You got to sit inside before school started, and they carted out a TV and played SpongeBob on it. And I think they single-handedly got almost the entire school to eat breakfast regularly, just by putting SpongeBob up on the screen. Oh, hello, Rogue Dragon Death. Thank you for the raid. Let me give you a shout out. Where were you playing, Rogue Dragon Deck? Alright. Did I spell it right? Ah! No! That didn't work. Hold on, I'm professional, I swear. I must spell it wrong. Welcome in, welcome in! While I figure out how to apparently spell the name. Don't mind me. Where were you playing? Hello! I'm good, how are you doing? Other slash? Did I do the wrong slash? Oh my god, I did the wrong slash. You're totally right. Thank you, Toby. My bad. Whoops. Oh, you were also playing Ocarina of Time Randomizer. How was your run going? This run, not so great, but it just picked up a little bit, so thankfully we got a little bit of momentum. I'm just walking in circles again. Welcome in, Light Hummingbird. Welcome in. Do you normally play a bunch of Ocarina of Time Randomizer? Because, to be honest, this is actually my first time doing a randomizer. Well, frankly, of any game. But, especially Ocarina of Time, so. Cannot find the Ocarina for your life. I think, for this run, it was at the bottom of the pool on the way to the Sacred Meadow in the Kokiri Forest, which is a very strange place for it to be, but that's where. But did you eventually find the ocarina? I hope. Demos, watch out for its searching beam. I bet it doesn't like the smoke to get in its eye. Know the game like the back of my hand. Feel that the randomizer gives it a new level of gameplay. Yeah. So, I'm similar. Like, that's not the right item. In the Wolfos Grotto. Okay, so actually, kind of a similar area. Yeah, I'm in a similar spot. I play this game a lot. Wouldn't say I know quite like the back of my hand. But I play it a lot as well. So, a randomizer is a good way to kind of shake things up. Do you frequently do randomizers? Like, you gotta find bombs first. Okay, yeah, because it's under a rock. I got lucky and found bomb shoots right away on this run. That has been one of the saving graces. But thanks for the raid. That's not the button I'm gonna press. Glad to see more people doing Ocarina of Time randomizers. I'll have to check out your run and your videos too to see just how the RNG treated you, to be honest. It can be a little brutal sometimes. Just been doing Ocarina of Time randomizer for now, but also started streaming again for the past 3 years. Oh, so you just started streaming, like, you took a break from streaming or stopped for a while? I can understand that. It's a nice nostalgic way to come back to it. Took a break. Understandable. But, you know, it's good that you're back. And, playing something... It requires a lot of brain... I think I missed a quote. It requires a lot of brain power, but it's a fun way to kind of get back in the swing of things. Like, I'm actually in a somewhat similar boat. I streamed way back in the day. Actually a very similar boat, now I think about it. Way back in the day, but very little. And, I also just came back to streaming quite recently, too, and this is the first thing I started playing as well. So, funnily enough, we both took the same route. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So I actually took almost the exact same route. The first thing I played when I got back was, Ocarina of Time. And Ocarina of Time Randomizer. So, almost the exact same story, to be quite honest. My gap was a little longer than 3 years. I think it was closer to, like, 8, to be honest, but, I think back in the day I only did a handful of things, so... I wouldn't really say I did too much streaming back then, but, you know... A break's a break, and streaming is streaming, I guess, so... We count it. But, it's good to see... It's good to see someone with almost the exact same experience as me. That's actually really funny. What up? Do you stream? Do you, or have you, I guess I could say, because if you're just coming back from a break. What other kind of stuff do you stream? Is it just all Zelda, or is it capture card using game console streams? So console games? Ooh, yeah. Like something like an Elgato, or sorry, my brain's a little fried right now. It's been a long day, so if I seem a little scattershot, or if I seem to lose train of thought, that's just what happens after a long day. Capture card stream games, something like an Elgato. Tales of Symphonia and Fire Emblem. Ooh. Those are some good games. And Zelda, of course, too. Those are some good games. I'm a huge Fire Emblem fan. Honestly, probably both those two. Those games hold on. I wouldn't say I'm particularly the greatest at them, but they're always fun. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Trying to remember which Tales game that is. Tales of Symphonia is the one that got ported to Switch, if I recall correctly. There are so many Tales games, I forget which Switch. If I recall, that's the. I don't see why I chose you or Raid. You were more casual. Well, while I appreciate that, it's more of I'm not trying to speedrun because there's no way I'm good enough to do that. But yeah, we're trying to get a little more casual, and the fact that I also just have never done a randomizer before kind of makes it so that I'm going slower by virtue of having no idea what I'm doing. But the vibes still match. Okay, so it was the Switch one. Okay. Can't speedrun well. I don't know, like, any of the weird glitches, or... I don't know any of, like, the weird... Well, I mean, I kinda do, but I don't know how to do any of them. I just know of them. Like, I watch people play this game. I don't watch them speedrun, but I watch people do randomizer runs, and, I see the glitches. Some part of my brain understands what they're doing, but another part of my brain's like, I'm not gonna absorb the information of how to do these tricks. I'm just gonna smile and I'd be like, hey, that's a cool trick. I'll never learn how to do that. So, yeah, we're doing glitchless because I am not gonna do that. Cool. They're all fun in their own way. Yeah. Like, it's cool to see the pros do some, like, really cool... Whoops, I missed. Some really cool exploits and stuff. But it's also nice to see someone who... Okay, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, trust. It's also nice to see someone who is... I want to say more like the average person who knows the game, you know? Who's not, like, backflipping through walls and skipping sections of the game, but instead just like, okay, well, these are where I know items are, and where I know look. Some of the glitches are way too sweaty. Yeah, like, I don't understand how some people discover some of these glitches. Like, how do you know that, like, putting a bomb here and doing a backflip and then a side jump here and then shooting your slingshot will hit this thing? How do they figure that out? No idea. I'll leave that to the pros. I'm just gonna wander around aimlessly for an hour looking for a cookie machine. Don't mind. Where I was going. I am also, notably, not that great at talking and doing other things at the same time. So, I'm a bit scatterbrained, and when I'm talking a lot, I just run around in circles, in case you hadn't noticed. Because my brain can do many things at once, but when it comes to talking, everything else shuts down. Jump sideways 3 times, look left, then backflip into the wall. Yeah, like, those weird sequences of combinations of moves, like, how do people figure that out? I have no idea. Multitasking takes getting used to. It's mostly talking. Like, I could multitask. It's just the moment I start yapping, my brain shuts off of everything except for figuring out how to yap. 20 years of that thing. This game has been out for that. BLJ. That backwards long jump? I'm assuming? LBJ? Is BLJ is backwards long jump, right? Amy, I'm gonna need you to I need you to settle on one acronym, please. We're gonna go with BLJ. Although BLT does sound food sounds good right now. I got you. Good. It's almost 10 p.m. here. Eat BLT. Problem. I don't have BL or T at home. I don't even have bread right now. I need to go to the store. What I do have is macaroni and cheese. I'll probably eat that. To be honest, I probably will eat macaroni. Just because it's very late and I want something that I can just very quickly make. Speed run bit. Okay. So I think I'm just gonna head back to Zora's Domain and then we're gonna stop there. Tomorrow I'm going to do a little bit of... I'm going to try to stream again tomorrow. I know last week I said the same thing and then didn't. Because, to be quite honest, I was so dead tired last Friday that I actually slept for the entire day. My bad. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of that. But I do hope to stream tomorrow as well. The plan is to start off with a little bit of a Genshin Impact, the summer event. I've already done one part of it. I want to do a little bit more of it. So we'll do part 2 of the story. It's a very cute little story. I'll do an early stream tomorrow because kittens. I am looking forward to seeing those cat pictures. I have not seen them yet. But I want to see the kitten pictures. And then, yes, put the cats on stream. Let me see the kittens live. We'll do, so tomorrow we'll do probably some Genshin, because I want to do the summer story. It's as I said, it's a cute little, casual story, so hopefully other people can enjoy watching it. And then I have a handful of plans of something I want to play next. To be honest, I'm kind of just going to play it by ear and see which of the games people are probably more interested in. But I do have a couple options of things to do next, and I'm thinking that what I will do is Thursday I'll do Ocarina of Time Randomizer, and then on Fridays I will do probably some gacha stuff into whatever that second game ends up being. That's the plan that I hope to stick to. Emphasis on hope. We'll see how much I end up being able to stick to that. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming. I appreciate everyone stopping by, saying hi, chatting, doing pseudo redeems, looking at you, plant, sending me cat pictures, looking at you, Amy. And thank you for the raid as well, Rogue Dragon Dev. I'll make sure to stop by and drop a follow, because I want to see how your randomizer run is doing too. Thank you all for coming. Oh, and thank you, Light Hummingbird, for the follow too. I'm keeping more of an eye on my OBS now that I realize the alerts aren't working. So hopefully we don't have another Bueno situation where I don't realize for an hour. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you for the raid, for all the follows, all the chats, all the alerts. Thank you all for being here, for being so supportive. I appreciate you all. It's been really fun. Yeah, I'm having a great time doing these streams. I'm trying to do them more, health and time permitting. Oh, welcome in, Light Hummingbird. Welcome in, welcome in. Have a good night, everyone. I will catch, hopefully, some of you tomorrow. If not, I'll probably catch a lot of you in either your respective streams or in the chat of someone else's stream. We will see each other, probably. Not probably, yes, we will. But, if I don't see any of you, have a good night, have a good weekend. Make sure to eat, make sure to sleep well. I'm going to send us all over to Kelsey, who was here earlier. She's doing, I believe, fine. I gotta make sure I do the right slash this time. I almost did the wrong slash again. Thank you for pointing that out. I think she's doing Final Fantasy VIII today. Go over and say hi. She was here earlier. She likes doing a lot of Final Fantasy, a lot of Kingdom Hearts. If you like those games, make sure to stick around, say hi, and take care, everyone. Bye bye. Have a good night, y'all. Here. I have an end screen. That's right. Boop. Oh, I kind of an end screen. It's a placeholder until I get an actual end screen. Have a good night, everyone.